My sister spent $12,000 of my parents' hard-earned retirement money on a gender reveal party for a baby that didn't exist. But the worst part? When I exposed her in front of 100 people, my parents called me the villain. Here is how I ruined my family's perfect reputation to save my own sanity. I have always been the background daughter. My sister Chloe is the golden child. She's beautiful, charismatic, and knows exactly how to cry on cue to get what she wants. 2 years ago, Chloe had a major surgery that, according to her doctors, meant she could never have children naturally. It was a tragedy that brought her even more attention and sympathy from our parents. Then, 6 months ago, she dropped the bomb. "It's a miracle!" she screamed over Sunday dinner. She claimed she was pregnant. My parents, who had already been baby crazy, started crying. They immediately promised to pay for everything: the nursery, the clothes, and a grand reveal party that would be the talk of the town. From day one, things felt off. I'm a nurse, so I know how pregnancy works. Chloe's symptoms were like something out of a bad soap opera. She was morning sick only when people were watching. One afternoon, I took her shopping for maternity clothes. She refused to try anything on in front of me. She'd take the clothes into the fitting room, lock the door, and come out saying, "Everything fits, let's just go." I noticed her bump looked stiff. It didn't move like skin, it looked like a perfectly shaped bowl. The biggest red flag? The money. Chloe and her husband Mark were struggling, but suddenly, Chloe was carrying designer handbags. She told our parents she needed a stress-free environment, so they started giving her a monthly baby allowance of $2,000. Mom, don't you think it's weird she hasn't shown us a single ultrasound video? My mom snapped at me. She told me I was bitter because my last relationship ended and I was jealous of Chloe's blessing. That hurt, but it also made me realize if I was going to prove this, I had to do it alone. The investigation. I offered to help Chloe deep clean her house before the baby arrived. I knew she kept her gym bag in the guest closet. When she went out to pick up lunch, I struck gold. Inside the bag, I found a receipt from an online shop specializing in reborn props and film prosthetics. It was a $600 high-grade medical silicone belly. But then, I found something even worse. A folder full of forged medical documents. She had used a PDF editor to change the names on someone else's ultrasound reports. I felt a cold shiver down my spine. This wasn't just a lie. It was a full-scale scam. She was milking our parents for every penny of their retirement savings. I took photos of everything. I even took a video of the fake belly, showing the Velcro straps on the back. I was going to confront her that night, but then I heard her on the phone with our aunt. She was talking about how she hoped the gender reveal would bring in at least $5,000 in cash gifts for the baby's future. She wasn't going to stop. She's planning to fake a miscarriage right after the party to keep the money and the sympathy. That was the moment I decided I wasn't just going to tell my parents. I was going to burn her world down. The climax. My dad stood up, teary-eyed, and said, "This baby is the light of our lives." I walked over to the DJ booth. I had a USB drive. I told the DJ I had a surprise slideshow for the couple. He let me plug it in. Instead of childhood photos, the giant projector screen showed the Etsy receipt for the silicone belly 6-month stage. Then, a photo of the fake ultrasound documents. The room went dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. Chloe's face went from blushing bride to ghost white in seconds. She screamed, "Turn it off! This is a prank!" She tried to run toward me to grab the remote, but in her hurry and high heels, she tripped over a floral arrangement. She hit the floor hard. As she tried to scramble up, the bump shifted. Because of the silk dress, everyone saw it. The belly slid up to her ribs, creating a giant, unnatural lump near her chest. It looked like she had a turtle under her dress. Mark, her husband, looked like he was about to faint. He walked over, reached down, and felt the bump. He looked at the crowd and whispered, "It's rubber. It's literally rubber." The aftermath and updates. The party turned into a riot. My parents were screaming. Chloe was wailing that it was all my fault for making her feel pressured. And Mark walked out without saying a word to her. Update 1. It's been 3 weeks. Mark has filed for an annulment and moved out. He's a good guy, and he's heartbroken. My parents, they are in total denial. They are more embarrassed that I caused a scene than they are mad at Chloe for stealing $12,000. They told me I'm dead to them for ruining their reputation in the community. Update 2. Chloe tried to tell the extended family that I photoshopped the receipts and pushed her to make the belly move. Luckily, the professional film crew captured the whole fall on 4K video. I told my parents if they didn't stop harassment, I'd post the raw footage on the town's local moms Facebook group. I've packed my bags. I'm moving to a different city and starting over. My sister is a con artist. My parents are enablers. And for the first time in 26 years, I'm finally free. Am I the a-hole? Most of my family thinks so. But I think I just gave them a much-needed reality check. The Golden Child's final act. The lingering shadow. They say that once you cut out toxic people, your life immediately gets better. But they don't tell you about the guilt tripping that follows. After I moved 3 hours away and blocked my entire family, I thought I was finally free. I had a new apartment, a quiet job at a local clinic, and for the first time in years, I didn't have to worry about Chloe's next big crisis. But the silence didn't last long. My phone stayed quiet, but my mind was constantly replaying that moment at the gender reveal. The sound of the silicone hitting the floor, and the look of pure, unadulterated hatred in my mother's eyes as she told me to get out and never come back. I spent nights wondering if I was truly the monster they said I was. Did I have to do it in front of everyone? Could I have pulled her aside? But then I'd remember the $12,000 she stole for a fake baby, and the guilt would vanish. However, a month later, a call from an unknown number changed everything. It was Mark, Chloe's husband. He wasn't calling to yell, he was calling because he had uncovered a secret that made the fake pregnancy look like child's play. Mark sounded like a man who hadn't slept in weeks. During their annulment proceedings, his lawyer began a standard audit of their joint finances. Mark assumed they were just broke because of Chloe's shopping habits, but the truth was far more sinister. He discovered a secondary bank account Chloe had opened using our father's personal information. She hadn't just been taking the baby allowance from my parents. She had managed to forge my father's signature on a high-interest personal loan application for $40,000. She told the bank the money was for emergency maternal surgery that insurance wouldn't cover. Because my father has spent 40 years building a perfect credit score, the bank didn't even double-check. They wired the money directly to her secret account. As Mark read the bank statements over the phone, my blood ran cold. Chloe hadn't used that money to pay off debt or build a future. The statements were filled with hundreds of transactions to offshore online gambling sites. She had gambled away nearly $40,000 of my father's retirement fund in less than 3 months. She wasn't just a liar. She was a financial predator who was bleeding our parents dry while they were busy defending her honor against me. The stress finally caught up to the family. 2 days after Mark's call, I got a frantic message from my aunt. My dad had collapsed at the dinner table. A minor heart attack, triggered by a legal notice from the bank regarding the unpaid $40,000 loan. Despite my no-contact rule, I couldn't let my father die thinking I was the villain. I drove back to my hometown, my hands shaking on the steering wheel the entire way. When I walked into that hospital room, the air was thick with tension. My mother was sitting by the bed, looking 10 years older. And there in the corner was Chloe. She was wearing a perfectly styled sad outfit, dabbing her eyes with a tissue. The moment she saw me, she didn't show remorse. She showed teeth. "How dare you show your face here?" she hissed, loud enough for the nurses to hear. "Dad is in this bed because of the stress you caused. You ruined our family's name. You broke up my marriage, and now now you're here to gloat? I didn't say a word. I simply walked over to my mother and handed her a thick yellow envelope containing the documents Mark had sent me. The forged signatures, the gambling logs, and the loan approval. My mother tried to push it away, but I forced it into her hands. Read it, Mom. Read exactly how much your miracle child thinks your retirement is worth. The room went silent as my mother flipped through the pages. Chloe tried to snatch the papers, screaming that they were fake and photoshopped by my jealous mind. But then my dad, pale and hooked up to monitors, spoke in a raspy voice. "Chloe, stop." He had seen the signature. He knew his own handwriting, and he knew the one on the paper was a desperate imitation. He looked at her not with anger, but with a look of complete realization. The golden child mask didn't just slip, it shattered into a million pieces. My mother dropped the papers on the floor and began to sob, not for the money, but for the realization that she had disowned her honest daughter to protect a thief. Chloe realized she couldn't charm her way out of this one. She didn't apologize. She didn't beg for forgiveness. She grabbed her designer bag, called us all ungrateful, and walked out of the hospital room. That was the last time any of us saw her in person. It's been 6 months since the hospital incident. My dad survived, but their retirement plans are ruined. They are currently in a legal battle to prove the fraud, but since Chloe has no assets, the money is likely gone forever. My parents have spent the last few months trying to make amends with me. They call me every day, but the relationship is still strained. Trust is easy to break, and nearly impossible to rebuild. Chloe is currently living in another state. From what I hear, she's working a dead-end retail job and still trying to find her next mark. She recently tried to message me on LinkedIn, asking for a loan to help her get back on her feet. I didn't even reply. I just took a screenshot, sent it to my parents so they knew she was still up to her old tricks, and hit block. I used to think being part of a family meant protecting each other's secrets. Now I know that true family is about the truth, no matter how much it hurts. Am I the asshole for exposing her again? My parents don't think so anymore. And honestly, neither do I.